The USSR State Prize was the Soviet Union's state honor. It was established on September 9, 1966. After the breakup of the Soviet Union, the prize was followed up by the State Prize of the Russian Federation. The state Stalin Prize, usually called the Stalin Prize, existed from 1941 to 1954. Some sources give an incorrect termination date of 1952. It essentially played the same role, therefore, upon the establishment of the USSR State Prize. The diplomas and badges of the recipients of Stalin Prize were changed to that of USSR State Prize in 1944 and 1945, the last 2 years of the Second World War. The award ceremonies for the Stalin Prize were not held. Instead, in 1946 the ceremony was held twice, in January for the works created in 1943, 1944, and in June for the works of 1945. USSR State Prize of first, second and third degrees was awarded annually to individuals in the fields of science, mathematics, literature, arts, and architecture to honor the most prominent achievements which either advanced the Soviet Union or the cause of socialism. Often the prize was awarded to specific works rather than to individuals. Each constituent Soviet republic and autonomous republic also had a state prize. The Stalin Prize was an honor different from the Stalin Peace Prize. The latter was created on the 21st of December 1949 and was usually awarded to foreign recipients rather than to Soviet citizens. It should also not be confused with the Lenin Prize. Recipients of the State Stalin Prize in Science and Engineering by year: 1941 Abraham Alekhanov, Physics; Alexander Evseyevich Brownstein, Biochemistry; Nikolai Burdenko, Neurosurgery; Mikhail Gurevich, Aeronautical Engineering; Sergei Ilyushin, Aeronautical Engineering; Alexander Kinchin, Mathematics; Andrei Kolmogorov, Mathematics; Semen Lavochkin, Aeronautical Engineering; Mikhail Loganov, Artillery Design; Trofim Lysenko, Biology; Dmitry Maksutov, Astronomic Optics; Vladimir Obrushev, Geology; Evgeny Patin, Electrical Welding; Nikolai Polikarpov, Aeronautical Engineering; Nikolai Semenov, Chemical Physics; Sergei Sobolev, Mathematics; Alexei Shusev, Architecture; Alexander Sergeyevich Yakovlev, Aeronautical Engineering; Ivan Matveyevich Vinogradov, Mathematics; Semen Volfkovich, Chemistry; Nikolai Ponomarev, Astronomic Optics; 1942 Alexander Danilovich Alexandrov, Mathematics; Nicholas Ostrov, Tank Engineer; Ivan Grave, Artillery, for his work Ballistics of Semi-Closed Space; Sergei Ilyushin, Aeronautical Engineering; M. Estislav Keldysh, Mathematics; Isaac Kikun, Physics; Mikhail Koshkin, Tank Engineer; Leonid Isakovich Mandelstam, Physics; Sergei Rubinstein, Psychology; Alexander Alexandrovich Shmuk, Biochemistry; Alexander Vasilievich Vishnevsky, Surgeon; Alexander Sergeyevich Yakovlev, Aeronautical Engineering; Nikolai Zelinsky, work on Organic Chemistry; Bardam Ivan Pavlovich, Ivan Plotnikov, inventor of artificial leather cursor; Igor Kurchatov, physicist; 1943 Nicholas Ostrov, Tank Engineer; Zinaida Vissarionovna Emileva, Biochemistry; Sergei Ilyushin, Aeronautical Engineering; Ivan Nunyants, Chemistry; Feodosi Krasovsky, Astronomy; Semen Lavochkin, Aeronautical Engineering; Nikolai Nikolaevich Polikarpov, Aeronautical Engineering; Sergei Ivanovich Vavilov, Physics; Vladimir Vernadsky, Mineralogy and Geochemistry; Yakov Borisovich Zeldovich, second degree, physics, for works on combustion and detonation. Mustafa Topkubashov, general surgeon. Laureates for this year were officially announced in 1946. 1946 Pavel Alexeyevich Cherenkov, physics. Viktor Hambardsimyan, astrophysics. Sergei Ilyushin, aeronautical engineering. Yushin Kap, music composition. M. Mstislav Keldysh, mathematics. Lev Landau, physics. Semin Lavochkin, aeronautical engineering. Lazarly Sternik, mathematics. Dmitry Maksutov, first degree, astronomic optics. Anatoly Ivanovich Malchev, second degree, for the research on Lie groups. Vasily Sergeyevich Nemkinov, mathematics. Pelageya Polabarinova-Kochina, mathematics. Alexander Sergeyevich Yakovlev, aeronautical engineering. Sergey Ivanovich Vavilov, physics. Leo Silba, immunology. Yevgeny Tal, historian. Boris Zedbarsky, biochemistry. Nikolai Zelinsky, work on chemistry of proteins. Konstantin Petozak and Georgy Flyorov, physics. Mark Vaincherov, for developing of express optic acoustical gas analysis. Valentin Filikovich Voyno-Yasnetsky, medicine. Anatoly Savant, technology. 1947 Manfred von Ardenne, for a tabletop electron microscope. Georgy Beriev, aeronautical engineering. Nikolai Boglubov, mathematics. Grigory Eisenberg, Mikhail Gurevich, aeronautical engineering. Sergei Ilyushin, aeronautical engineering. Artem Mikoyan, aeronautical engineering. Alexander Sergeyevich Yakovlev, aeronautical engineering. 1948 Nikolai Bernstein, neurophysiology. Alexander Gapeev, geology. Mikhail Gurevich, aeronautical engineering. Artem Mikoyan, aeronautical engineering. Semin Lavochkin, aeronautical engineering. Alexander Sergeyevich Yakovlev, aeronautical engineering. 1949 Mikhail Gurevich, aeronautical engineering. Mikhail Kalashnikov, engineering. Leonid Kantorovich, mathematics. Boris Kurchatov, radiochemistry. Artem Mikoyan, for aircraft design. Nikolaus Riel, first class, for contributions to the Soviet atomic bomb project. Yakov Borisovich Zeldovich, first degree, physics, for special works. Anatoly Savin, 1950 Viktor Hambardsimyan, astrophysics. Sergei Ilyushin, aeronautical engineering. Yushin Kap, music composition. Vladimir Obrushev, geology. Alexey Pogorelov, mathematics. Dmitry Skobeltsyn, physics. Ilya Vekua, mathematics. M. Mstislav Leopoldovich Rostronpovich, musician. Sviatoslav Teofilovich Richter, musician. 1951 Peter Adolf Thiessen, first degree, for uranium enrichment techniques. Sergei Ivanovich Vavilov, physics. Boris Vanikov, administration of Soviet nuclear program. Viktor Vinogradov, philology. Yakov Borisovich Zeldovich, first degree, physics, for special works. Heinz Barwedge, second degree, physicist. Gustav Ludwig Hertz, second degree, physicist. Yuri Kratkov, second degree, physicist. Ding Ling, second degree, literature for The Sun Shines Over Sangan River. Anatoly Savin, 1952 Ashot Sation, vocal symphony poem, Songs of Ararat Valley. Viktor Arkadovich Bally, music composition. Pavel Alexeyevich Cherenkov, physics. Sergei Ilyushin, aeronautical engineering. Yushin Kap, music composition. Feodorsy Krasovsky, Marie Podvalova, music performance. Leon Themin, science for inventing eavesdropping equipment. Sergei Ivanovich Vavilov, physics. Ivan Efremov, for taphonomy and geological chronology. Yuri Nikolaevich Savin, 2nd degree, for the monograph Stress Concentration Around Holes. Ilya Ilyich Cherniev, 1st degree Chemistry. Boris K. Shishkin and 2 others, for the Flora of the USSR. Lev Landau, Norm Mimin, Isaac Kalatnikov, 2nd degree, Calculations for the Atomic Bomb Project. Sergei Mergelian, Mathematics. 1953 Manfred von Ardenne, 1st degree, for contributions to the Soviet atomic bomb project. Nikolai Boglubov, Physics. Vitaly Ginzburg, 1st degree, Physics. Eduard Haken, Music. Bruno Pontecorvo, Physics. Vasily Vladimirov, Mathematics. Jakov Borisovich Zeldovich, 1st degree, Physics, for special works. 1954 Andrei Sakharov, 1st degree, Physics. V. Alexandrov, U. Basilevsky, D. Juchkov, I. Ligon, G. Markov, B. Melnikov, A. Prokudayev, B. Ramayev, and Trubanov, A. Sigankin, U. Sherbakov and L. Larionova, Strela Computer Development Team, 1st degree. Igor Tam, Physics. Igor Kurchatov, Physics. Recipients of the State Stalin Prize in Arts by year. 1941 Grigory Alexandrov, Isaac Dunaevsky, and Lyubov Orlova, Film Circus. Grigory Alexandrov, Nikolai Erdman, Isaac Dunaevsky, Lyubov Orlova, and Igor Ilyinsky, Film Volga Volga. Amo Benazarian, Avat Avatisyan, and Hrhian Ersisyan, Film Zangazur. Mikhail Chiarelli and Spartak Bagashvili, Film Arsna. Mikhail Chiarelli and Mikhail Jelavani, Film The Great Dawn. Mark Donskoy and Varvara Masalitinova, films The Childhood of Maxim Gorky and On His Own. Alexander Dovzhenko, Yevgeny Samoylov, and Ivan Skuratov, film Scores. EFIM Desigan, film The Sailors of Kronstadt. EFIM Desigan and Vsevolod Vishnevsky, film If War Comes Tomorrow. Sergei Eisenstein, Pyotr Pavlenko, Nikolai Cherkasov, and Andrei Brikasov, film Alexander Nevsky. Frederick Ermler, Nikolai Boglubov, and Alexander Zirajevsky, film The Great Citizen. Sergei Gerasimov and Tamara Makarova, film The New Teacher. Yevgeny Ivanov Barkov, Alti Kalayev, and Nina Alasova, filmed Urson. Yosef Kerfitz and Alexander Zaki, film Baltic Deputy. Grigory Kozintsev, Leonid Trauberg, and Boris Cherkov, films The Youth of Maxim, The Return of Maxim, and The Vyborg Side. Leonid Lukov and Pavel Nilin, film A Great Life. Vladimir Petrov, Nikolai Simonov, and Mikhail Zhirov, film Peter I. Vsevolod Pudovkin, Mikhail Dollar, Boris Livanov, and Alexander Kanov, film Minin and Pozharsky. Vsevolod Pudovkin, Mikhail Dollar, Nikolai Cherkasov, Sergeyev, and Alexander Kanov, film Suvorov. Ivan Pyayev, Nikolai Kruichkov, and Marina Ladinina, film Tractor Drivers. Yuli Reisman, Ivan Peltzer, and Nikolai Dorokin, filmed Last Night. Gerbert Rappaport, Alexander Ivanovsky, Sergei Lumshev, and Erast Garin, film Musical Story. Mikhail Rom, Alexei Kapler, Boris Shukin, and Nikolai Oklopkov, films Lenin in October and Lenin in 1918. Nicolas Shenglar, film Eliso. Nicolas Shenglar and Nato Vachnadze, film Orange Valley. Georgy Vasilyev, Sergei Vasilyev, and Boris Babochkin, film Chapeau. Sergei Yudkovich and Leonid Lyubashevsky, film Yakov Sverdlov. Alexander Zuridi, Gleb Troyansky, and Boris Dolan, documentary film In the Depths of the Sea. Alexander Zuridi and Gleb Troyansky, documentary film Force of Life. Ilyu Kopolin, documentary film on Danube. Uzair Hajibiyovkaroflu, opera. Aram Khachaturian, violin concerto. Nikolai Myaskovsky, Symphony No. 21. Mark Reason, opera singer, bass. Sergei Sergeyev-Zensky, literature. Yuri Shiporin, On the Field of Kulikovo, cantata. Dmitry Shostakovich, piano quintet. Alexei Shushev, architecture. Mikhail Alexandrovich Sholikov, literature. Alexei Nikolaevich Tolstoy, literature for Peter I. Alexander Tvardovsky, literature. Olga Lepeshinskaya, ballet. Vera Makina, sculptor. 1942. Tikhon Krennikov, music to the film The Swineherd and the Shepherd. Dmitry Shostakovich, Symphony No. 7. Ilya Ehrenberg, literature. David Fyodorovich Oistrakh, Soviet violinist. 1943. Wanda Wasilewska, for her novel The Rainbow. Mukhtar Ashrafi, Symphony No. 1 Heroic. Aram Khachaturian, Gayana Ballet. Sergei Prokofiev, Piano Sonata No. 7. The Vissarion-Shabalin, String Quartet No. 5. Alexei Nikolaevich Tolstoy, literature for The Road to Calvary. Pavel Bajov, literature for The Malachite Box. Margarita Aliga, for poetry. Zoya, 1946. Arzadeh Takmazib, cinema, for The Cloth Peddler. Arnold Azrikan, dramatic tenor, Otello. Sergei Aslamazyan, cellist. Mykola Bazan, literature for In the Days of War. Sergei Eisenstein, cinema, for Ivan the Terrible, Part 1. Alexander Fadeyev, literature for The Young Guard. Samuel Feinberg, piano concerto No. 2. Emil Gilels, pianist. Reinhold Glier, concerto for voice and orchestra. Dmitry Kabalevsky, string quartet No. 2. Garagareyev, The Motherland Opera. Jovdit Hajiev, The Motherland Opera. Veniamin Kavrin, literature for The Two Captains. Aram Khachaturian, Symphony No. 2. Tikhon Krennikov, at 6 p.m. after the war, music from the film. Boris Liatoshinsky, Ukrainian Quintet. Samuel Marshak, literature for the play 12 Months. Peretz Markish, literature. Vera Inba, poetry. Sulamith Mesra, ballet choreography. Nikolai Myaskovsky, string quartet No. 9 cello concerto. Ivano Muradeli, Symphony No. 2. Vera Panova, literature for Sputniki. Gavril Nikolaevich Popov, Symphony No. 2. Sergei Orlov, sculpture. Sergei Prokofiev, Symphony No. 5 Piano Sonata No. 8 Cinderella Ballet. Alexander Prokofiev, poetry for the 1944 poem Rossiya. Yuri Shiporin, story of the battle for the Russian land. Andrei Shtogorenko, My Ukraine, symphony. Georgy Sviridov, piano trio. Alexei Shushev, architecture. Vikenty Veresev, literature. Yevgeny Vushej, sculpture. Stepan Malkasyans, philologist, for writing Armenian explanatory dictionary. 1947 Salome Farneris, poetry. Sergei Prokofiev, Sonata No. 1 for violin and piano. The Vissarion-Shabalin, Moscow, cantata. Sergei Nikiforovich Vasilenko, Mirandolin suite. Vera Panova, literature for Krushlika. Alexander Tvardovsky, literature. Yevgeny Vushej, sculpture. Andrei Vyshinsky, theory of judicial proofs. Pyotr Andreevich Pavlenko, literature for happiness. 1948 Boris Asafiev, monograph on Glinka. Reinhold Glier, string quartet No. 4. Garagareyev, Lelian Majnun, symphonic poem. Ilya Ehrenberg, literature. Anatoly Rybakov, literature for the dagger. Alexei Shushev, architecture. Volodymyr Sosura, poetry. Nikolai Vertia, Yevgeny Vushech, sculpture. A crew of the film Secret Agent. Zinovy Moiseyevich Velensky, sculpture Vladimir Fedorovich Popov, literature for steel and slag, 1949, Fikret Amirov, symphonic muffins, Alexander Arushanian, The Motherland, cantata, Vasily Nikolaevich Ajev, literature for Far From Moscow, Dmitry Kabalevsky, violin concerto, Fyodor Vasilievich Gladkov, literature for Story of My Childhood, Sergei Gerasimov, Vladimir Rapoport, Vladimir Ivanov, Inna Makarova, Nonna Mordukova, Sergei Gurzo, Lyudmila Shagalova, and Viktor Kokyukov for the film The Young Guard, Vera Panova, literature for The Bright Shore, Faina Ranevskaya, for outstanding creative achievements on theater stage, Fyodor Pavlovich Reshetnikov, art, Yevgeny Vushej, sculpture, Ivan Vasilenko, literature for The Little Star, Fyodor Fedorovsky, scenic design, Sandro Shanchiashvili, for his poetry and plays, 1950 Leonid Baratov, opera director, Reinhold Glier, The Bronze Horseman, Nikolai Myaskovsky, Sonata No. 2 for cello and piano, Dmitry Shostakovich, Song of the Forests, The Fall of Berlin for chorus, M. Estislav Rostranpovich, cellist, Yevgeny Vushej, sculpture, Dmitry Arakashvili, composer, the Vadim Sobko, for the novel Guarantee of Peace, Vasily Yefanov, painter, 1951 Osip Abdulov, second degree, actor, Arno Babadjanian, heroic ballad, Vladimir Bulyaev, literature for The Old Fortress, a trilogy, Sergei Bondarchuk, Taras Shevchenko, Nikolai Cherkasov, for the film Alexander Popov, Isaac Dunayevsky, music to the film The Cuban Cossacks, Gevorg Emin, Book of Poetry New Road, German Galenin, epic poem, Eduard Grigourov, conductor, Alexander Zgutitis Guzovicius, book Calvio Ignoto Tazibi, Bruno Freundlich, for the film Alexander Popov, Dmitry Kabalevsky, Taras's Family, opera, Jan Kapr, New Czechoslovakia, film music, Nikolai Myaskovsky, Symphony No. 27 String Quartet No. 13, Sergei Prokofiev, On Guard for Peace, oratorio, Vsevolod Pudovkin, Anatoly Golovnya, Vissarion Shabalin, and Vladimir Belokurov, film Zhukovsky, Faina Ranevskaya, for the film UNIHS Rodina, Fyodor Pavlovich Reshetnikov, art, Anatoly Rybakov, literature, Otar Taktakashvili, Symphony No. 1, Theophilus Dilvetis, poem USNYNE, Yuri Trifonov, literature for students, Suleiman Yudakov, composer, musician, 1952 Ashot Sation, vocal symphony poem, Songs of Ararat Valley, Jovdit Hajiev, for peace, symphonic poem, Sultan Haji Beyov, Mukhtar Ashrafi, Pavel Necheparenko, distinguished performance on the balalaika, Yuri Shiborin, romances for voice and piano, Dmitry Shostakovich, 10 poems for chorus opus 88, Andrei Shtogorenko, in memory of Lesya Ukrainka, symphonic suite, Juhan Smol, literature, Otar Taktakashvili, piano concerto No. 1, Alexei Shusev, architecture, Antana Zvenklova, literature, Ringtime, recipients of the USSR State Prize in Science and Engineering by year, 1963 Vladimir Veksler, physics, 1964 Yana Niziksin, 1967 Vladimir Shalomé, for missile design, 1968 Pavel Soloviev, for engines design, Berut Kasparovichin, Bronislavas Kruminis, Vaklovas Zubris, Mulas Lubekas, for the design of the residential microdistrict Zermunai, 1969 Lovko Rolyov, computer science, Evgeny Abramyan, nuclear physics. Nikolai Ryzhkov, future Soviet premier. 1970. Dmitry Evgenyevich Okhotsimsky, space scientist. Alexander Yakovlevich Berezhnyak, for missile design. 1971. Alexander Yakovlevich Berezhnyak, for missile design. Sergei Ilyushin, aeronautical engineering. 1972. Andrei Karpatsa, geographer, the developer of the KT-315 transistor. 1974. Boris Babayan, Vladimir Shalomay, for missile design. 1975. Igor Sergeyevich Seleznev, for missile design. Sergei Vorontsovsky, physics. 1977. Pavel Alexeyevich Cherenkov, physics. Yuri Valentinovich Morozov, Igor Sergeyevich Seleznev, for missile design. Alexander Sergeyevich Yakovlev, aeronautical engineering. 1979. Nikolai Ryzhkov, future Soviet premier. 1980. Grigory Eisenberg, Victor Kremenuk Institute for U.S. and Canadian Studies. 1981. Valentin Panteleimonovich Smirnov, Fedor Andreevich Kuznetsov, for materials science. 1982. Alexei Brikasov, physics. Vladimir Shalomay, for missile design. Sergei Chudinov, physics. Sergei Vorontsovsky, physics. Nikolai Brandt, physics. Vladimir Ivanov-Omsky, physics. Viktor Ogrodinov, physics. Isaac Sidilkovsky, physics. Ksenia Smeklova, physics. Vitaly Stafeev, physics. Yuri Kopalyev, physics. 1983. Igor Spassky. 1984. Georges Alfrod, physics. Nikolai Boglubov, physics. Igor Sergeyevich Seleznev, for missile design. Ilya Vekua, Yuri U. Gleba, biology. Algis Petras Piskarskas, nonlinear optics. Yushin Daga, composer. 1985. Anatoly E.O. Morozov, for the Ulyanovsk flexible manufacturing system. Volodymyr Nemoshkolenko, for the development of the method of photoelectron spectroscopy and its application in science and technology. 1987. Nail H. Ibragimov, mathematics. Alexander Nadiradze, for missile design. 1988. Yuri Kopalyev, physics. Gregory Pikus, physics. 1989. Nikolai Basov, physics. Alexei Friedman, Nikolai Gorkovy, science and technology, for predicting of a system of new satellites of Uranus based on developed theory of collective and collisional processes in planetary rings.